Okay, everybody, we're talking about the GUDEHOLO M06S compact mixer here. First thing I'm going to mention, just so I'm going to bring it up here and then get it out of the way. This is the power cord for it. It is a 4-prong threaded on power input that goes in the back right here. It's not the smoothest in the world to put on, but I would take this any day over one that just plugs straight in where it can pop out if somebody trips over the cord or something like that. Next thing I'm going to mention here, the owner's manual. If you don't know how to use a mixer and you're going to look in here for instruction, don't do it. I'm sorry. You look at these things and go search them online. Look at the features and get some explanation, because that owner's manual is one of the worst I've ever seen as far as trying to write in English and not having any idea what you're talking about. So that's not the place to learn it. Go get some. There's plenty of good quality instruction online for no cost. All right, so what do I like, what do I don't like? Power button, I do have some compact ones that don't have that, so you have to plug it in when you want it to turn on, or leave things on zero. That's just kind of, it seems like a basic obvious thing that you would want to have, but I love that it does have it, because some don't. What else we have that I like? We've got 4 XLR inputs. These all can take a 1/4 inch input as well. So that's your first 4 channels. Your 5 and 6 here are RCA left and right. They're both both controlled by the same equalization, same gain, same volume, and effects. What I like also here is that we have the high pass filter and the pad sound stuff. I'm not going to go into what they are. If you get this and you need to, or if you're thinking about it and you want to know what those things are, they can be helpful. They're not always necessary. In fact, sometimes they're unnecessary. But anyway, they're nice to have. Phantom power, I have checked it. It does work. With a condenser mic, I don't get any kind of noise or feedback or issues with it. I don't get any crackling or popping or anything like that. Will I get that noise if I stick a dynamic mic on there that's not meant for it? Probably. So be careful that you don't have the phantom power on when you don't need to. It looks like it does apply it to all 4 channels. Probably. I can't promise that's the case, but it is not a phantom power per channel, which is what I would prefer, but you can't have everything that you want in the world. Okay, what else is nice on here? It's got 2 XLR outputs for sound, as well as a left and right 1/4 inch output. Your monitor out, which is also your headphones out, is also a left and right. Unfortunately, you don't get like separate volume control or anything for those specifically. So you can't have like a separate monitor mix, I guess. But it is kind of nice to have that. This allows you to have some powered monitors, not by this, but powered speakers acting as monitors with a left and right. Most of these little boards just have a headphones plug that's a single 1/4 inch out, and it does have a phones here actually in addition to that. So there you go. But the volume for both of those is going to be controlled by the same knob here. So all 3 of those outputs are going to be controlled by the same knob. What else is nice? 3-band EQ. That's nice. It's pretty standard. I mean, there's nothing like crazy special about that. But we got a fairly feature heavy thing here. I've tested it. I haven't tested this like crazy, but I have not had any issues with sound at all. Sound quality's been coming through here really nicely. I've used a condenser mic. I've used another mic that I was doing a review for on Amazon. So it was kind of like a podcasting type mic, podcasting dynamic mic. and I've used like an SM58 knockoff mic, which has fairly decent quality nonetheless, even though it's definitely not an actual SM58. All three of them have worked without any issues on here. I like the board. It actually comes across as being made a lot better than I anticipated it would. For instance, it is balanced, it is square, so there's like no wobble to it or anything, which is kind of like the first thing you notice when you touch a really cheap piece like this that's not made well. So this one's not poorly made, as best I can tell. One thing that it does have is the knobs here are not smooth transition, but they are click, right? So you can feel clicks at the different adjustment levels, and that's nice or that's not nice, just depending on your preference, perhaps. I'm used to the smooth ones, so this took me by surprise for whatever reason, but it doesn't bother me either. It does have 16 effects options here. The 16 effects options, there's not a whole lot of difference between them. It does give you, like, you know, your output volume to effects, and then, you know, your effects return volume and all of that stuff. You know, you don't have to have them on like really strong or anything. I don't find that most of those effects would be really useful. So it is kind of an unnecessary feature to me, but I guess it is nice to have. What surprised me is nothing seems to be just like a basic reverb. These are all like echo kinds of things, which kind of disappointed me. What I do like here is it's got a little bit longer range of a volume indicator here on the lights, and then also in addition to that, each channel of the first 4 has its own clip light here, which is really helpful when you're trying to get your volumes set up. Yeah, I'm running out of things to talk about here, so I'm not going to just try and keep filling time. I like it, pretty happy with it, haven't had any quality issues with it. It looks like it's built well, it looks like it is solid, it feels solid to me, as solid as a compact mixer should feel. So I do recommend this. I'm pleasantly surprised, I'll say that.